Hello everyone and welcome back to channel Dad Bryon Lape Reads, and here we have some stuff from, and it's like the pop culture slash at the movies, if you will. This is from the Too Long Didn't Read portion of ScreenRant.com. I know a lot of people don't like me when I read from this channel, from this website, but hey. So Husma Husan has an article here. This is Doctor Strange director jokes current world is one of the Infinity War's incorrect outcomes. So this, if you remember from Infinity War, that Doctor Strange looked at millions of different combinations and found one way to defeat Thanos. So Doctor Strange director Scott Derrickson jokes that the current world is one of the many incorrect outcomes Strange saw in Infinity War. The original Doctor Strange director has joked that the current state of the world is one of the Avengers Infinity War's incorrect outcomes. Directed by Scott Derrickson, 2016 Doctor Strange successfully told the origin story of Benedict Cumberbatch's Stephen Strange and his journey to becoming Doctor Strange, the protector of one of the 6 Infinity Stones known as the Time Stone. I think they were gems in the comics, if I remember correctly. Or, we're using up names. I'm Spider-Man. Of course, this would lead to Strange appearing in 3 more Phase 3 Marvel movies, including having a large part in the Avengers' 3rd film, Infinity War, and sees the arrival of the ultimate Marvel villain, Thanos. Thanos Amanos. One of the most dramatic and more memorable moments for fans of the MCU coming in Infinity War, when in the middle of Iron Man, Spider-Man, and part of the Guardians of the Galaxy trying to formulate a plan to combat Thanos, Doctor Strange uses the Time Stone to see over 14 million outcomes of their battle with Thanos. In the end, out of 14,605, the Avengers win only one. Only win one. See? The one seemingly being Tony Stark's ultimate sacrifice in the climax of Endgame. I wonder how many of the thousands of combinations he actually dies in, but only one works. Today, the real world is embroiled in a worldwide quarantine to try and combat Corona, the C word. Amidst the uncertainty, the director of Doctor Strange has now joked that the world is currently living in one of the incorrect outcomes. Uncertainty, yeah. Here's what's certain about it. We know it's no worse than the regular flu. So let's get over it. Let's get over ourselves. On Twitter, the voice of Sonic in Sonic the Hedgehog, Ben Schwartz, put out a tweet writing, "Dear Doctor Strange, which one of the 14 million outcomes are we currently in?" However, instead of receiving a reply from Strange, Schwartz received one from the man behind the magic in 2016. Jokingly replied to simply type, and because my ad blockers, we don't see the full tweet. And how does he do this with upside down text? That's pretty interesting. It must be the Unicode stuff. So we are in, what is it, 8,675,309. Now, what I guess if you Google search that number, I wouldn't be surprised to find a bunch of wackos out there saying Illuminati confirmed. Since the issue of lockdowns around the world and theaters and various other business closing, okay, none of which worked, many have joked and used lines from Infinity War and Endgame to mirror the world's current state. Although the current situation is difficult for people around the world, it's nice to see moments of levity, such as this one from the director of Doctor Strange, with Infinity War being a memorable experience for many film fans. And let me tell you, I've relived a lot. Well, relived vicariously since I wasn't in theaters when I saw Infinity War or Endgame, but the audience response has been great, especially Endgame. It is amazing how people cheer for Spider-Man. I don't understand why they cheer for the Wasp. You know, it's Evangeline Lilly. I don't even know if she's actually technically in the movie except at the end, because it's the same shot. They use the same shot of her appearing, looking to her. Oh, no, I guess she does have that stuff with Scott in the van. That's about it. I think she's got 3 minutes of actual screen time. Because that one, it's the same shot they used twice, and they used that for the girl power moment, which I don't understand because it's Captain Marvel. She doesn't need any of them. And all but 2 of them are just suits. Also, aside from Cumberbatch himself, this is arguably no better person to deliver this comedic response than the man responsible for successfully introducing Stephen Strange to the MCU. Unlike other Phase 3 characters, Doctor Strange will be a part of Marvel's upcoming Phase 4. Well, some other Phase 3 characters, there's quite a few of them that are going to be in the rest of it. And when it doesn't work and they figure out a way to bring Robert back, then we'll have Iron Man again. However, due to creative differences, Derrickson will not be returning to direct the sequel, and Sam Raimi will take over instead. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what those differences are. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the sequel scheduled for December 25th, 2022. Or, who knows? This stuff going on, it might affect those, it may not. Expected to include Scarlet Witch as well. See, told there we go. Yep. She's one of my favorite characters. Her in Black Widow I like a lot. Despite no longer being the director behind Strange, it's nice to see Derrickson still have some fun with the character. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's awesome. And that is it. And I don't think there are any comments, if I remember correctly, because I looked earlier. And it's not going to pop up because my ad blocker are popular now. Watchmen, Silk Spectre actress admits she struggled with Snyder's film. Okay, Charlize Theron is an immortal warrior. Didn't she play in an Eon Flux movie? Eon Flux or whatever, years ago. Well, that's fun. That's funny. I mean, this is a nice little levity, and it is a nice little light-hearted moment in the midst of all this silliness we're going on through. Yeah, we'll look. I'm sure we'll look back at this and actually, I think in about 50 years, people will wonder what in the world were we doing. We'll have to defend this to our grandchildren. They will not understand. All right, so that's good. So what do you think? Do you like the, would you choose another number? Has anybody Googled that number to see if there's some sort of, nefarious links, or going to go make up one, make a David Icke video about it or something like that? That'd be awesome. Thank you very much, and goodbye. All right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. No, one more. All right, thank you. 3, 2, 1.